So this is part 2. Yesterday we ran out of time in our discussion of Gog and Magog. We looked at the passages in First Chronicles and Genesis, etc. You learned yesterday that Gog and Magog is both a person and a land or location. And then we looked at the passage in Revelation 20, verse 8. So this is part 2. What I want to do today is do a brief summary of Ezekiel 38 and 39 and then give you those passages of where you can find the terms Gog and Magog in scripture in Ezekiel. Now, if you read it, then you found all the places, but if you haven't yet read it, let me tell you. So the term Gog, you can find that in Ezekiel 38, 2 and 3, also 14, 16, 18, and in Ezekiel 39, it is in verse 1 and verse 11 2 times. Now, the term Magog is not as often because it's in one place in 38 and one place in 39. It's 38 verse 2 and 39 verse 6. So keep in mind when you're looking those up that it is both a person and a location. What I want to do now is give you a brief summary here of Ezekiel 38 and 39. Here's what we know from scripture. We know that Gog, who is referred to as a prince in scripture, we know that he and his allies are going to attack Israel. And so it tells us that Gog, and it gives us his allies, it tells us here in Ezekiel 38 verse 5, it says this: Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya are with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So Gog and his allies are going to attack Israel. Tells us who's going to be with him, right? Then there will be this judgment on Gog, and then Gog's armies will be defeated. That is what scripture says. And then we see this burial of Gog. Now, it's going to tell us about the bodies, etc., or where they're buried at sort of like the middle of 39. But it says that the land has to be cleansed. So in Ezekiel 39, starting in verse 15, here's what it says. The search party will pass through the land, and when anyone sees a man's bone, he shall set up a marker by it, till the buriers have buried it in the valley of Hamon-Gog. The name of the city will also be Hamonah, or Hamonah. Thus they shall cleanse the land. So you have to wonder if it says whenever they find a bone, they set a marker by it till the buriers have buried it. So I have to think that there are lots of bones that are going to be found, because it seems like the people who are doing the burying, it seems like they're a little bit behind, right? So go back and read Ezekiel 38 and 39 if you have not. There will be a attack on Israel, and then at the end of 39 that we see that Israel is restored to the land. Thank you for joining me. Armor up, we ride at dawn. May God bless you as always. Have a great day.